Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So we just got the big reveal from Scout Motors, which if you haven't heard, that's the new automotive company that's been funded a little bit by Volkswagen Group. And they're going to be building a production facility right here in my neck of the woods, Blythewood, South Carolina. I'm just right down the road in Columbia. I used to actually work right next to where the plant is being built there. Reveal was a big thing. We've been waiting on this for a very long time. We've known about this company, what they were building. If you haven't heard of Scout, it's a pretty iconic company here in the United States of America. They used to make really the first SUV really in the world and in the country. So don't quote me on that one, but it's something like that very early on. They competed with the Bronco and different things like that. Anyways, we've been waiting on their new revival because they are now creating an all-electric EV company that's making off-road style vehicles, kind of like what they used to make in the day. So the reveal is pretty awesome. They announced two vehicles: the truck, the Scout Tera, and an SUV, which is going to be the Scout Traveler. The Scout Tera is going to be a truck. It's a really good-looking truck. It's got a really high ground clearance of 1 foot. It's got a very rugged, outdoorsy look, box architecture, kind of like what a lot of people in the States like a truck to look like. And it's just got that off-road feel to it. It's very short wheelbase, really large approach angles, and it's pretty impressive. So some of the things that I noticed about this, it's got that large ground clearance and approach angle. It's got a large frunk. They put a frunk in it. So that's going to be in both of these vehicles. The truck obviously has some really slick body lines. It looks like it has a glass roof. I don't know if you'll be able to get that in a sunroof. They did show the SUV with a sunroof. It's going to have a 5'5" bed in it. So you'll have a pretty decent bed size. There's a lot of steps and everything around the vehicle, handrails, so that you can easily, access everything in it. And then the other thing they announced in the truck is that it would have bench seats as an option in the front. So really nice center console. They said something about a refrigerator section in the center console of the vehicles, but then you can get optional bench seat, kind of like you used to get in the old pickup trucks and the Scout itself. They're really going for more of the manual operation style in these vehicles. So you're going to have regular door handles. You're going to have knobs and buttons and things like that, but much more, nice updated buttons and everything. But there will be a lot of that, as well as a lot of things on screen also. So some of the other things common between the two vehicles is going to be like their approach angles and things like that. They both are going to have frunks in them, and they're both going to have 800 volt architecture. They're going to have, at least the truck for sure had two 120 volt outlets in the bed of the truck and a single 240 volt outlet in the bed, along with look like three 110 volt or 120 volt outlets along the charge port. Both of these vehicles will support NACS, or North American Charging Standard, which is basically the Tesla plug. All these vehicles will have bidirectional charging along with that, as well as an 800 volt architecture, so they will be able to charge at very high and fast charge rates. Right now, just to kind of get down on the nitty gritty, they're estimating these vehicles to be 350 miles of range. I don't know if that's max range for the highest tier. They didn't give a lot of information on that. So the truck, at least, and I think the SUV as well, the Traveler, is going to be a body on frame. It's going to have a 10,000 pound towing rating. The SUV, or the Traveler, will have a 7,000 pound towing capability, 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, and it doesn't list the horsepower. It did say a 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, so that's mighty quick with those 35-inch tires that come standard on both of these vehicles. A solid rear axle on an electric vehicle. Solid rear axle on an electric vehicle. Solid rear axle on an electric vehicle. Oh my God, and all that horsepower. You're going to be able to do donuts all day long, man. Just slide around the turns. That sounds pretty fun, in my opinion. Also, mechanical lockers, front and back. Whoa, who would have thought of that, Ground clearance, 1 foot again. Wading depth, 3 feet. Front sway bar disconnects. And then also they're both going to come with air suspension with both off-road and on-road tuning so that you'll be able to easily adjust that. Over-the-air updates, bringing this thing into the 21st century. Over-the-air updates, you're going to have remote diagnostics. Serviceability is going to be both brick and mortar as well as mobile service to support everyone. Although they did make a claim that they would have facilities within 25 minutes or miles, I can't remember, of all major sales, basically, all their major areas. So I'm guessing that South Carolina would be one of them. Their facility, you know, they're making a big plant in Blythewood. They're projecting 200,000 annual capacity out of that location. 80% of it sourced in the U.S. 80% components sourced in the U.S., guys. 50% of the components will be sourced within 200 miles of Blythewood, South Carolina. You'll be able to purchase these vehicles within 15 minutes online, digital purchasing. So, you know, my overall impressions of this vehicle is just that these things look really good. The last thing they said about these, besides the 350 miles of range, was that they expect it to start under $60,000, you know, and they're estimating around $50,000 with tax incentives available. So I don't really know too much about price other than that's a fairly low price for the vehicle they are given. It's got a nice interior. It's got, you know, manual compass, a lot of buttons, a lot of items there that are just on it, a lot of accessories. They really touted they're going to come to market with a lot of accessories for you to buy so that you can, you know, basically start your car off the way you want it. It's your car. You customize it the way you want it. And then, you know, so great architecture, 800 volt, great charging. It sounds like it has the capability to have really good charging, great aesthetics, great off-road capability. You know, I'm looking forward to this vehicle more than I've looked forward for a lot of vehicles. I really like the styling, and I'm just so glad it's all electric. One last thing that they did show off that's kind of a surprise is that they would also be selling an SUV that has a gasoline range extender on it, and that vehicle will get 500 miles of range. They didn't say a whole lot about it other than gasoline range extender, 500 miles, SUV, I think it was a Traveler. And yeah, so they're going to have 3 vehicles that they'll sell right out the gate. So I just wanted to give you my first rough stuff. Hope you guys like the video. Subscribe. I also make videos of drone footage of the Blythewood plant. You can find those down in my channel so you can see the continued progress of the plant itself in Blythewood and a lot of my other electric vehicle videos out there. So like the video, it really helps the channel. Subscribe, that helps also. I'm looking to grow this channel up, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you.